Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and good evening, everybody. Thank you all again for attending this excellent workshop and this very important workshop presented by Dr. Humera Saleem, who is a dynamic and enthusiastic teacher who has been working as an English language instructor at the English Language Institute, King Abdulaziz University, for the past maybe 14 to 15 years. If I made a mistake, please correct me, Dr. Humera.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
almost 12 years. Alhamdulillah. Yeah,
yeah,
I actually
uh,
passed 12 years. It's the
yeah,
13th one, so you're right in a way.
great. Overall, Dr. Hmer has nearly 24 years of teaching experience at different colleges and universities in Pakistan and Saudi Arabia as well. Having a master's degree in English literature and being equipped with diploma in teaching English as a foreign language from the renowned universities of Pakistan. She believes in a positive teacher student relationship, and she always succeeded to establish a great rapport with her students. Knowledgeable of English language standards, modern teaching methods and techniques, and assessment system, Dr. Hamera has offered her services to the Institute as a mentor as well. She is eager to provide a creative and friendly environment for English language learners, and Dr. Humer is still trying to explore more as an English language teacher to make a difference in the field of education. At the Academic Writing Institute or Center, she presented about Chat GPT in academic writing, and inshallah today she's going to deliver a great workshop. Inshallah, you will enjoy about pre-writing strategies. The floor is yours, Dr. Humer.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kamal.
Thank you
Bismillah
very
ar-Rahman
much.
ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Again, thank you so much for your presence, everyone. Inshallah, in today's workshop, we all are going to benefit from it. And especially, I'm expecting my students to be here, inshallah. So as you see the title of my workshop, it's Pre-Writing Strategies. You can also call them brainstorming techniques to draft or writing. So let's start. What's actually expected from this session? In today's presentation, we'll discuss what is pre-writing, the definition of pre-writing, and why it is an essential stage of writing. We will also explore and explain some common strategies that can bring organization and clarity to your writing. And I'm going to provide some tips for making the most out of the process. Okay, so let's start with a video, a short video, just to brainstorm for today's presentation. I hope you'll enjoy it.
Brainstorming can be fun. You get together and generate a massive list of ideas. Everyone is shouting all over each other. It's exciting. However, this often leads to groupthink, where everyone remains fixated on one particular approach. Often, quieter members never get a chance to share ideas, and the group jumps to a potential solution way too quickly. Here's a different approach that I've tried in my classroom. It's not perfect and it takes a little bit longer, but it's something that worked for me, so I thought I'd share it. First, students brainstorm alone. Some choose a list while others choose a web. Next, they meet together as a group. We have one rule in this phase: no judgment. This means no criticism and no commentary. The goal is to reduce fear. This part isn't timed. Sometimes we even brainstorm on multiple days, and students borrow ideas from seemingly unrelated fields. Next, we have a member of another group join the brainstorm and add any fresh ideas that they hadn't considered. The original group then meets together yet again, and they add ideas to the existing brainstorm while also combining similar ideas. Finally, they will analyze, evaluate, and narrow down their ideas until they have a single coherent concept. This process reduces groupthink while ensuring that everyone's voice is heard.
Okay. So what's the message of this video? Could you please just tell me in points? I mean, we were just brainstormed by this video. So what was the message in this video? About what? Of course, it's about the techniques for the pre-writing. We call them brainstorming techniques. What does the video address basically? No answer? Never mind. We are actually going to explore in the presentation. Actually, the video is, you can say, the summary of today's presentation. So let's move next.
Brain
Yes, Miss Rabia, exactly. Aptitude. Thank you so much. What is pre-writing? Another word, we also call it brainstorming techniques. Okay, so can you please just tell me what is pre-writing? I mean, we know what is writing. What's that pre-writing? Pre stands basically something for that you like before an act, right? Yes. Yes, Ms. Shaima, exactly. Thank you so much. That's steps before writing. Thank you so much. So pre-writing denotes planning and getting ideas in order before writing. It's a preliminary step in writing process that allows you to generate ideas, organize them, and create a plan for your paper, report, or article. It is the first stage of any kind of writing. Many writers have traditionally created outlines before beginning writing. However, there are numerous other effective pre-writing activities, and we know them by brainstorming techniques. Yes, Mr. Hani, getting ready for the writing. Thanks, Ms. Faisal, about maps and ideas, mind mapping, and some other techniques. So, mashallah, my audience is fully equipped with the knowledge. Yes, Ms. Munira, the stages where writers generate and develop ideas, and Mr. Adil brainstorming. Exactly. Thank you so much. Let's move next. Okay, interesting, right? The question is, why should we implement these pre-writing strategies? So actually, they help us, first of all, in organizing content into clear categories, narrowing main topics to clarify the viewpoint, discussing all relevant information to ensure report, including necessary details, selecting a topic, expressing similar ideas in different ways to gain a new perspective. One must be asking, like, why is pre-writing considered as an integral stage of planning? I mean, why we think that it's important? So there are many reasons. As we know that organizing a thought is a vital step when writing a paper because it allows us to present our material in a way that's engaging and concise. For organizing a paper, pre-writing can help us fully develop ideas and topics and create a compelling document. Planning and organizing can help you in the later stages of the writing process, such as when seeking relevant sources to support your argument or editing your final report. The pre-writing phase can save you time as it allows you to identify your main points before you write the paper. So it's time saving. So let's have a look at some of the strategies for developing your own written communication because our aim is to help our students become better writer. Let's start. Now we are going to discuss some of the pre-writing strategies out of so many techniques. We know that everyone has a different approach toward writing. There are several pre-writing strategies from which you can choose. You might find some strategies sufficient, or you might use a combination of strategies to clarify your ideas. Here are some common pre-writing techniques that you can try. Of course, that's all on your choice. Now, before I jump into the list of the pre-writing strategies, I would just like to ask my dear audience, would you please tell me what is the very first step of pre-writing? I mean, it's just about your opinion. Yes, Mr. Rabi, it's a mental makeup, exactly. So, Aud Faris, mashallah. Thank you so much for valuable comments and responses. Okay. Mental makeup, idea, Nura says planning, brainstorming. Okay, exactly. Yes, 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 yes. Reading. Yeah, great. Make a list of ideas. Wow. Organizing ideas. Thank you so much. Willpower, yes, Miss Ramya, yes, you're right. Okay. And organizing thoughts, yeah, okay, exactly. Great, great. Identifying the purpose or goal of your writing, thinking of main ideas, understanding the topic, yes, Miss Fariha. Yes, choosing it. Oh, mashallah, I'm getting so much knowledge from you guys, mashallah. Thank you so much. Knowing your topic, outlining the discussed topics, brainstorming again. Okay, thank you so much. Perfect. Structuring your ideas. Yes, of course. Yes. Okay, so what about this? Aren't we neglecting this just by calm down ourselves before we write? Do you agree? Like any writing, when we are going to write something, the first thing that we should control is our stress or apprehension about that, right? So the first thing that we need to focus on is just to calm down ourselves. Okay. Now, technically talking about the strategies, we'll start with talking or dialoguing. What is talking or dialoguing before pre-writing? We are going to write, so why to talk? Talking to whom? Yes, my students, are you around? Hello? Why should we talk before writing? Okay, let's see. Simply talking through your ideas with someone, regardless of their knowledge of the subject, can help you gather your thoughts, isn't it? Pay special attention to the question the listener asks because these can help you determine the information you might include for the readers. Speaking your ideas aloud may also help you identify your knowledge gaps, which you can note for further investigation. Okay, so this is how talking or dialoguing can help us for the pre-writing. Saifuddin, thank you so much. During the thoughts, all Faris again, get enough information and ideas from experts. Wow, that's the shortcut, right? That's the shortcut. Amazing. I like it. Okay, next. Second step, researching. As my valued audience, they just, mentioned it. Why research? Research is a vital aspect of the writing process, but it can also be an effective pre-writing technique. As you read books and articles about your topic, take notes about the information as well as your reaction and opinions. You can then use these notes to organize your thoughts and plan your paper. Next comes brainstorming. Actually, brainstorming is very interlinked with all the strategies of the pre-writing, but I would like to mention here particularly because I want to discuss it in detail, like why brainstorming and how. What is brainstorming? Okay, now let's move on because you already told me what is brainstorming. So brainstorming is a process where you quickly verbalize or write all your thoughts as they occur to you. Though you can brainstorm without writing your thoughts down, keeping a record makes it easier to keep a track of them. This process is usually very informal and it often helps the writers to focus on their desired and required theme or topic for the writing. Agreed? If you use this technique, remember that this strategy is about generating many ideas instead of focusing on high quality ideas. Try not to focus on connecting, censoring, developing, or defending your ideas during a brainstorming session. Instead, try to document your thought process by generating several ideas, even ones you might not use for this specific writing project. Okay, let's check the next. Listing. What is listing? Hmm? What is listing, please? Can anyone just help me?
Write down a list.
Is it, sorry? Is it about making a shopping list or what? Fish map. Wow, great. Okay. What is the purpose of the fish map? Listing ideas and thoughts. Listing your ideas. Okay. Should we keep here in our mind about the priorities of ideas as well, or we will just randomly list our ideas? Let's check out. When using the listing strategy, you write a list of as many ideas or terms associated with your topic as possible. Yes, Muhammad Yahya, exactly. Thank you so much for your comments and your feedback. And the strategy is useful. This strategy is useful if you are writing about a broad topic because it helps you to create precise subtopics. Instead of editing during this process, write as many thoughts into a list as you can. Once you have a list of ideas, search for related terms, place them into related categories, and create a label for each group. These groups help simplify your topic and supply ideas for further development. So this is actually a step-by-step process, isn't it? You can further aid the writing process by creating a sentence about each group's label, which you can later use as topic sentence or to help develop a thesis statement. Okay. What can be this? Can you please just guess? Can you please just tell me what is this about? Which kind of rewriting technique it can be?
Maybe main
Complex
idea
one?
connected to
Yes. Exactly.
main.
Knots arrangement. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Connecting ideas. Great. Great. So we call it clustering, webbing, connecting ideas, main idea connected with the sub-ideas to broader topic, right? Thank you so much. Great. Clustering, also known as mind mapping or idea mapping, is a pre-writing technique that focuses on the relationship between topics and ideas. When your mind map is complete, it often looks like a web. Mapping things out can help you determine which areas have the most potential for your paper. You can then look for clusters for subtopics that you want to develop and use them as key points for your paper. Now, here it's important to discuss some of the steps to use the clustering technique because it involves some mechanism. Let's check out. Write the topic in the center of the piece of paper, then underline or encircle it. Brainstorm ideas and write them on the same piece of paper surrounding the main topic. Draw a line between each new idea and the central topic to show their connection. And that's the important thing. As you have thoughts or ideas that relate to your subtopics, write them down and show the connection in the same way. Clear? Okay, now let's move to the next technique. Free writing. Should be yours. Yes. Can you please just give me some hints about free writing? What is free writing? I actually forgot. Hello, my students. Where are you? What is free writing? Thank you so much. Okay. Improvising. Yes. Great. Then, or someone don't know? It's okay. We'll find out. Okay, let's check. What is free writing? Unrestricted writing. Great, Mr. Hani. Yes, Mr. Maima says writing without focusing on grammar and vocabulary. Bravo. Ms. Fatima says write all ideas. Great. Mr. Umar says to write ideas as they come to your mind. Exactly. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. So free writing involves writing whatever comes to your mind without worrying about the grammar, spelling, or quality of your ideas. When free writing, the goal is to write quickly and without too much thought so that you could generate as many ideas as possible. Regardless of what you are writing, the key is to write continuously for a set amount of time, usually between 5 to 10 minutes. Yes, fluency, not accuracy is the target. Exactly, Ms. Hani. Ms. Munira says write continuously without stopping. Yes. Great. Writing thoughts, ideas without stopping. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you already have a topic in mind, then it will help you to focus on that central idea as you write. After the time is up, you can read over or revise what you have written and highlight any interesting ideas that will help you clarify your vision for the paper. Later, you can use those sentences to outline your topic or the first draft. Okay, Ms. Hanan says, writing thoughts, ideas without stopping. Ms. Vidya, it helps you remember that. Yes, 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 exactly. It really helps, Ms. Vidya. At least if you cannot, we can just highlight some of the topic sentences and it stays with us, Yani. Next. Looping. What is looping? Let's find out. Looping is a free writing technique that allows you to focus your ideas continually while trying to discover a writing topic. After you free write for the first time, identify a key thought or idea in your writing and begin to free write again with that idea as your starting point. You will loop 1 5 to 10 minute free writing after another. So you have a sequence of free writing, each more specific than the last one. The same rules that apply to free writing apply to looping. Write quickly, do not edit, and do not stop. Loop your free writing as many times as necessary, circling another interesting topic, idea, phrase, or sentence each time. After 4 or 5 looping sessions, you may have discovered your main point, a draft of your thesis, or realized areas that require more research. Tamam? Okay. Next. Journalistic questions. What is it? Can anyone please tell me what is journalists' questions? Normally, what kind of questions journalists ask? What, why, where, etc. Exactly. Thank you so much, Mr. Saleem. Yes, Ms. Faye, what is the difference between the looping and the free writing? They are interlinked and interconnected. So by the end of the session, we'll just discuss all of the question, and I'll be asking, I have some questions for you guys as well. No, I'm not going to ask myself. I'm going to show you. Okay. Typically, journalists ask several questions when writing an article. While these questions are significant in journalism, they can help you investigate information about the topic. Often answering these questions provide background information for your audience. Yes, Mr. Yahya, thank you so much. It's a question followed by a detailed answers. When you need some details, you just go for the journalistic kind of questioning. So these are the questions as you just mentioned. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. Now let's check in detail, like what to address in these kind of questions. What do we want actually? What do we need by asking such kind of questions? Yes, analysis of the topic. Yes, Ms. Amani, thank you so much. So why to use these questions? You can use this question to explore the topic you're writing about. A key to use the journalist question is to make them flexible enough to account for the specific details of your topic. Yes, Muhammad Yahya, it's understanding about the situation, exactly. The journalist questions are a powerful way to develop a great deal of information about the topic very quickly. However, learning to ask the appropriate questions about the topic takes practice. To stay focused on the topic, to pick their brains. Interesting phrases. Thank you so much. At times during writing an assignment, you may wish to go back and ask the journalist questions again to clarify important points that may be getting lost in your planning and drafting. You noted, my students? Okay. Now let's check them in detail. When we use who in a question like journalist question, it involves the consideration like who directly and indirectly took part in your topic and who your topic directly and indirectly affects. What? This question not only requires you to state the topic, but it also asks you to address its significance and any challenges it presents. Where? Depending on your topic, the question asks you to address where your topic takes place or the specific communities or environment it impacts. When? To address this question, you can elaborate on the history of your topic and its relevance in the present day, of course. Last one, why? That will be the broadest kind of detail. This allows you to clarify why the issue that your topic presents occurred. If the issue is complex, you may provide context that clarifies why it developed that way it did. Last of the kind, how? This question asks you to state how individuals may solve the problems or questions your topic presents. Clear? Now, next, pre-writing strategy. Drawing. I know many artists are just around me in this session today, in my audience, right? So how drawing can help you to pre-write? How can it be helpful for us? Let's check out. For visual thinkers, drawing can be a useful part of the pre-writing process. Yes, Mr. Saleem, to pick their brains, to elicit ideas, to clarify the points and ideas. Yes, Muhammad Yahya, thank you so much. Exactly. Mapping, organizing ideas in drawing. Yeah, visual, you mean visual, right? Thank you so much. For visual thinkers, drawing can be a useful part of the pre-writing process. This strategy combines pre-writing with drawing or doodling Drawing may use a mind mapping element to link images with key phrases. It can also serve as placeholder for the complex ideas that become easier to understand once you find the correct language with which to pair them. Let's check out the next one. Outlining. Now, this kind of pre-writing technique, you can say that students have been practicing from long time ago, Yani. It's so practical. So can you just tell me what is outlining exactly? One of the oldest technique. Organizing. Okay. So you notice that all of the pre-writing strategies, somehow or another, they are interlinked. To list what ideas going out of my writing. What ideas going out of my writing? Yes, exactly. You can see. Okay, thank you so much. Let's find the details. Outlining allows you to organize your thoughts into a general order in which you want to address them in your paper. When outlining, most writers create a structure for their paper by using bullet points or Roman numbers in any kind of writing. First, you can split the introduction, body paragraphs, and conclusion into headings. Then list the main idea, evidence, and analysis for each section underneath the corresponding heading. Here's Mr. Mustafa giving a summary. Oh, great. And Mr. Out says, like outlining in pre-writing involves creating a structured framework for your writing. Amazing. Thank you so much. Now, though some benefit from this strategy on its own, but it's typically most effective or ideal when you pair it with another pre-writing technique that gives you a sense of your argument, themes, and approach, any combination of some other techniques. And if you ask me, generally we are doing that every time. We are doing that. We are combining so many techniques all together. Yes, Mr. Saleem, exactly, paragraphing. Categorizing. Mr. Abdullah says that to be specific topics or project are you looking to outline? Yes, exactly. Now let's move to the categorizing. What is it about? Categorizing is a useful strategy when you are writing a paper or any kind of writing that requires comparison, such as evaluating two different arguments or works of art. To use this strategy, create a chart in which your comparison topics are at the top and your criteria for the comparison are on the side of the chart, By visually comparing the viewpoints of certain authors, books, or articles, you can identify major differences and track your own responses. You may find this technique especially helpful if your essay structure itself uses a compare and contrast method. You see? Okay, the last one, storyboarding. What is storyboarding? And do you think that we can apply this technique in each kind of writing? As you see the name, is it applicable for each kind of writing? Yes, exactly. We cannot actually. It is specifically about narration. When we are going to narrate some event, some story. So let's check out. If you are planning to write a sequential story, try storyboarding. Storyboarding involves creating a visual representation of a story sequence. When you create a storyboard, you can create a list of the key events that occur within the story. Then you can arrange these events in the order you want to tell them. So this technique specifically, it's about narration. Storyboarding helps writers include their main ideas, create supporting materials to supplement the story, and consider how to tie each element of the story together. So it should have a coherency, right? Okay, so yeah, of course, it can use images or illustration to outline the key sentences and the actions or the scenes. Yeah. So let's just summarize the whole presentation in a few words. The purpose of using pre-writing strategies is to think systematically. These techniques help us to figure out which approach to take and how to implement it. So while writing, one must not be panicked about the topic and trust his or her knowledge and skills. This will help the writers to cultivate unique ideas effectively and empower the creativity with the proven strategies. Agreed? These are the references for my presentation today. And thanks so much for your presence here. I'm really grateful to all of you. Thank you so much again.
Okay, thank you,
Any
Dr.
questions?
Humera, for the great presentation. Yes, dear audience, if you have any questions, you can use your mics or you can use the chat box and raise your questions.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Jazakallah khair.
Thanks a
Jazakumullah
lot.
khairan.
Wonderful, very informative, very interactive, and very useful workshop as usual. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you
you
very
so
much.
much.
Thanks a lot. Okay, for those who are interested in getting their certificates, dear participants, here are the links. The first one is the evaluation form, so please make sure that you complete this evaluation form if you are interested in getting your certificate. Remember, for the previous workshops, you can find all the recordings on the YouTube channel, and here is the link. Inshallah, for next week, we'll have the fourth presentation about writing and action research, which is a very, very interesting topic, especially for those who are interested in research. Thank you, Juban. Honestly, special thanks should go to the participants who really always enrich the workshop by their interaction, especially in the chat box. Muhammad Yahya, Fayyil Yahya, Reem Sulami, Umayma, Dr. Saleem, as always. سيف الدين عوض فارس روان عبد الكريم جوانا رسيل فريحة ربيعة أسيل منيرة شوق ديما نورة تهاني ريهام شيماء فاطمة عمر البحيري حنان جبريل أماني Mustafa Mayer and Abdullah Abdul Fattah. Thank you very much again for your excellent interaction and communication.